19 minutes before the hour, National Fire Safety Week. We're joined this morning by Childersburg fireman Grady Gentry. Grady, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Grady.
So I've been a fireman now for about 10 years, paid. I've volunteered also over the years. I've done some fire marshal things. I've worked for some bigger departments until I came to Childersburg about 6 months ago.
Are you from this area?
So I'm from Helena, Alabama.
Okay. Okay.
So I still make the drive every third day to Childersburg in the mornings.
So talk a little bit about the Childersburg Fire Department and some of the equipment you've got and maybe some of the needs that you have.
So Childersburg, we run 2 ambulances every day, staffed with 2 people on each ambulance and a captain. Try to stay at 5 people every day with some part-time people to pick up and fill in when we take vacation. And then we have a fire chief as well that runs a lot of our show for us and kind of takes care of things for us. We have a brand new ladder truck almost. We also carry a tanker and an engine. We run the tanker a lot for water supply because we don't have a lot of water in the city of Childersburg. We try to bring our own with us. Saves us a lot of effort too with running 4 or 5 people. It helps us.
I guess so, yeah. And I'm probably throwing this out here. A lot of fire departments are short of employees. What about Childersburg?
So we try to run a minimum of 5 people, but we some days we run 4.
Yeah.
And that's cutting it thin when you're running an ambulance and you do get a fire or something. We rely on Sylacauga Fire a lot and Harpersville Fire Department a lot. They step up and help us, and also we get Lay Lake and Fayetteville and a lot of other departments too to help, whether it be bring us personnel or bring us water and help us, whatever we may need.
Let's talk a little bit about fire safety and some of the recommendations that the Childersburg Fire Department is offering this week.
So me personally, I like to speak out to the kids and parents. We talk a lot about we want kids at night to sleep with their bedroom door shut because that buys them time if their house were to catch on fire in the middle of the night. That buys them minutes of time so that their parents can get out and get to a window to get them out that way or anything. I know it's hard for a lot of kids, but that is my biggest thing is sleep with the bedroom door shut. That buys them, sometimes 3 to 5 minutes of time if their house is on fire. Smoke detectors, everybody needs to be checking those every 6 months. Make sure they're working and going off like they're supposed to. Kitchen fire extinguishers, that's a big thing. You can get them at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. They're very small, keep them under the counter. Check those every 6 months. Make sure they're still in the green so that if you were to have a grease fire or something, you could use that for your kitchen and try to put it out. And if you can't, get everybody out of the house. Having said, have a common meeting place for your kids. If they have to evacuate the home, whether it be a mailbox across the street at the neighbor's house, try to get them in a safe spot. And then of course call us and we'll respond.
Let's talk about grease fires, kitchen grease fires. What are some no-nos of a kitchen grease fire?
So everybody talks about water. We don't want to put water on it a lot of times. A lot of extinguishers that specialize in kitchen fires are K. They're class K. They're kitchen fires for grease and things like that. A lot of people say baking soda and stuff or towels. I try not to. Go the extinguisher route in your kitchen. They're very reasonably priced. For $20 to $40, you can get one at any store. There's
several 2-story homes in Childersburg. What is your recommendation? You got living quarters downstairs and upstairs.
Yes, sir. So a lot of times we look at the time of day that the call is. Is it between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Are kids in bed or are they awake? A lot of times people, like you said, there is bedrooms downstairs, but a lot of people, they live downstairs. They have living rooms, their kitchen, everything's downstairs. But at nighttime, if we do get a fire and it's a 2-story home, we think everybody's upstairs. That goes us into is there people up there still? A lot of things are taught. I don't confirm a house clear until we search it and clear it. So we want to go in and search all of those bedrooms, but we're coming off the truck, we're thinking throwing ladders to those bedroom windows, getting up way to rescue people out if there is someone trapped up there.
And, the energy is high. There's a lot of panic in families, and sometimes there's pets in the house and that kind of stuff. So it's really a combination of, you got to really have it together on a fire call.
Yes, sir, you do. You have to have that mindset from the time the tones go off to the time you get there to the time you're finished. You want to try to keep calm. I like to think that we're ducks, you know. We're calm on the surface, but we're paddling underneath trying to swim. You know, we try to stay calm when we get there, and we don't want to work the family up any more than they already are. So slow paced. You don't want to run on the fire scene. You want to go slow but active, moving, and get the job done.
And another thing is, we don't need rubbernecking going on either, do we?
No, sir, not at all. We're in a hurry. You know, we run Highway 280 like everybody else, and we try to get there as quick as we can.
You know, we've got a number of industries, larger industries in Childersburg. I'm sure you got a great relationship with them too.
Yes, sir, we do. We have a lot of big manufacturing plants. Of course, everybody knows Plant Road. There's paper mills, there's chip mills, there's log plants, there's all kinds of things. There's an industrial park. So yes, we do have a lot of big commercial buildings out there that we try to keep in mind and try to keep current on knowing where's the hydrants. That goes into a lot of that area. Yes, we have a tanker that carries 2,500 gallons of water, but in an industrial setting, that's not enough. We have to have hydrants in that community or in that area of town.
Let's talk about the emergency vehicles that we run out of the Childersburg Fire Department. And you said you had 2 of those?
So we have 2 ambulances that we run and transport patients to the hospital. Kind of just like Sylacauga ambulance in Sylacauga. So we transport our own in the city of Childersburg. Now we also cover some volunteer coverage. We cover for Lay Lake Fire and some Fayetteville areas. They are Dodge 4500 and a Dodge 5500, but the wear and tear on those trucks is rough.
Yeah.
You know, we have to keep constant oil changes and maintenance done on those trucks because they're ran. Not only do we run to Coosa Valley all the time right here in Sylacauga, we go to Birmingham, Grandview, UAB, anywhere that deems, you know, we have to take a patient where they need to go. What's the most appropriate facility? So sometimes it is going to Birmingham.
Yeah.
And we also have a good relationship with Lifesaver 4. We use them a lot for what we need.
Where is the landing location for Lifesaver?
So we land them either at Med Center, which is by CAC, the Central Alabama Community College in Childersburg. There's a helipad there. If it is closer on the Flagpole Mountain end of 280, we will come all the way to Sylacauga Airport and take a patient to the airport and meet Lifesaver at their base.
Now, I know that there's going to be some movement within the city of Childersburg out on Highway 280. Is that going to include you guys, or are you going to stay put?
I believe we're going to stay put at our station we're at now, as far as I know.
Okay. Grady Gentry, our guest this morning, member of the Childersburg Fire Department. It's National Fire Safety Week. Temperatures next week, Grady, going to be in the 40s and some areas in the upper 30s overnight lows, and that brings a whole new equation to making sure that our fires are how they need to be as far as heating our homes.
So it's getting time people use space heaters. You know, plug them into a wall outlet. Don't plug them into a power strip or an extension cord. And be careful.
Not?
Because they'll short out.
Okay.
They're not built for that. And also keep them away from cloth chairs and stuff. Put them in a safe spot, you know. Generally, I try to say, don't put it on carpet either. Tile floors are great for that. Yes, they produce heat and a lot of it. It's time for people to start cutting their heat on. They're going to smell weird odors because that heater hasn't ran since probably March, April. They're going to smell some weird odors because there's dust on those heaters. And don't hesitate to call us if you smell a weird smell or anything like that. Also, you know, pilot lights, they can go out. A lot of fire departments, we don't handle that, but call the gas company or heating and air company. They can come out and light your pilot light if you don't think it's lit, if your heat's not kicking on and things. I mean, that's a big thing too. People need to have regular maintenance done on their AC unit and their heating unit. Whether it's gas heat, electric heat, they all can cause shortages and things like that. Fireplaces, everybody has them around here. It's time for people to start doing that. So be cautious. Make sure you get your chimney cleaned every year and make sure you don't have a lot of soot and things in that so that they don't catch fire. And that people say that the chimney fire is not a big thing, but if there's any kind of cracks in your chimney, it can get up into a wall and that's when it becomes a big issue.
what are your recommendations for a fireplace as far as, sometimes a fire can pop out of the fireplace?
Yes, sir. So they make shields now. I'm sure everybody's seen that kind of protects the fireplace. They're like grates almost. And that kind of keeps some of the popping and embers and stuff from popping out. But just keep an eye on it. Don't leave it unattended. A lot of people have the little, I guess, grate gates almost you can pull shut too that are on little tethers that you can pull shut when you're burning a fire in your fireplace. Another thing is we don't want to burn pine on our indoor fireplaces because they produce a bunch of stuff that's not really designed, a lot of chemicals and stuff that doesn't burn very cleanly. So oak, things like that, hardwoods is what's best to burn in a fireplace.
Before we go this morning, the seasons are changing, leaves are falling everywhere now.
Absolutely. The burn ban ends October 31st, so people will start burning November 1st. What we try to say is if you're going to burn, have it controlled in an area that is contained. Be out there watching it. Don't leave it unattended. A lot of people, they have hose pipes or garden hoses. Keep them close by in case it gets out of hand, and call us if it does get out of hand. And also don't burn garbage. Leaves, pine straw, sticks, things like that you've accumulated all summer, that is fine, but don't be burning your garbage and trash and things like that.
And 911 is for particular purposes. You don't want to use 911 to call and just talking. There's a number to call just for general questions, right?
Yes, sir. If you have a general question about burning or anything, or need to come by, especially in Childersburg, come by the station or apply online for a burn permit if you decide to burn outdoors. But you can always call the station phone, or Talladega County 911 has a non-emergency number as well that can put you in touch with us.
All right. We appreciate you dropping by this morning.
Yes, sir.
Grady Gentry of the Childersburg Fire Department, the National Fire Safety Week. We got more Daybreak coming up right after this.